So, actually, I wasn't gonna mess with it, but $100 Rover, right?
And I kind of have to pee.
It's gonna be a good day. Happy Friday. Howdy, welcome back to the Addicted Motors YouTube channel. My name is Troy, and today we're doing another Rover rescue. Now, I don't plan these things. Sometimes these are real. People call me and say, hey, I have this Land Rover I'm getting rid of. Do you want it? Now I begrudgingly say no. No, I don't say no. I say yes, and I get in my car and I drive there immediately with money to buy. Today, I've got the Rover rescue kit. Got gloves. This is a new addition. Little ultra gauge. Sometimes it's better not to know. I brought brake fluid. That might give you a sign. I brought my Oxito Jumpbox tire inflator. New product. They sent me this to test out, so a link below in case it's needed, and coolant, and some tools. So, what do you think I'm doing? I'm picking up a freaking Land Rover. Let's go. So this one is like many years in the making. Actually, an old coworker messaged me because I think he saw me that my Instagram had these Land Rovers on and whatnot, and maybe 2 years ago when COVID started, and said, you know, my wife used to have this disco in college, and we want to kind of bring it back to life and kind of live that disco Land Rover life and drive it around and just have a good time, make it a nice second car. And I said, awesome. Here's what you got to do, this and that. Well, they do those things. It didn't work. Again, it costs more money than most people are willing to put into a second or third car. Understandably, I think they just went and got inspected. It failed for a few things. And I don't know exactly what they are. I have a good idea. But they said it would drive from her dad's house, which is about 10 miles away, back to my house. So this should be uneventful. It's probably not gonna be uneventful. But the best thing about this is this Land Rover is running and driving, and it's $500. So again, this is why we do this. This is what makes it fun. It's not fun to overpay for things. And I'm underpaying. I'm not overpaying. Probably would have paid more, but that's also, then I wouldn't have got it. So let's go ahead and let's begrudgingly go ahead and knock this out on a Friday. Cindy, what are you excited that you're being a co-conspirator with my Rover?
I feel like I'm driving back to work right now. It's Friday. I just left the office and I immediately had to drive back in the direction of the office.
And you can't think of anything more fun than go picking up a broken $500 Rover, right?
And I kind of have to pee.
It's gonna be a good day. Happy Friday. All right, so he's going to grab the title and stuff. Let's see if we can get this thing to start up. Yeah, right up. So here I am in my new 2003 Land Rover Discovery 2. As we pull away from the owner's house, I've got a title. I've got very stiff steering that doesn't want to work at all. Got a brake light and a service engine soon. This is gonna be good. So, man, nice to be back in a D2. Very, always comfortable. The brakes do seem to be working, even though the light's on. I brought some brake fluid. I'm not so concerned about the brakes. I'm more concerned with the lack of power steering, which I will test out in a second. If I can get can't get the brake here. Busy intersection. But it started right up. The battery's not bad. I guess I should probably plug the ultra gauge in while I'm just waiting here, ensuring that I'm not cooking this thing. Oh, well, there's nowhere to plug it in. Come on, guys. Which I knew about. I didn't look at the rear frame for $500. Don't need to. But the steering is very firm, very broken. So, you know, that's a thing. This probably won't be a trail truck. So we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna see if I die or not. Ooh, hill. Hopefully the brakes work. All right, initial driving impressions. Again, we'll do the walk around when I get home. So I'm just in it now. Track straight, that's a plus. Good power. Not sure if it's a 4-liter or a 4.6. Could be a 4.6. Got a little exhaust leak. Not too bad. He said the inspection noted that the exhaust manifold flange was installed incorrectly. That could be anything. Who cares? We don't care about that. Transmission shift nice. It's 183,000 miles. A bit of a sagging headliner. The important windows work. There's a stereo. I'm not going to try that. No center diff lock, which is a bummer, but I also don't have any ABS or 3 Amigos lights on. I just have 1 Amigo, which is the service engine soon light. And if I put my foot down and or do any of those things that usually initiate, you know, a full-on disaster. AC, drive AC. Yep, I have AC. We're gonna shut that right off because we don't need to mess with it. Open the hood, it had blue coolant, and all the other tanks were full. Didn't really check the oil or do anything, but let's just get home. Well, I want to see this. I literally didn't look at it, so let's go. All right, gonna do the suspension check. Suspension check. Suspension. I'm gonna check the suspension out again real quick. Suspension. And so, like any real degenerate, I'm just driving around in this thing going, I love it. It's great. It doesn't like a stock old disco. Just drives great. It's fine. These are fun. I'm having fun. It's been traffic, so I got the scan gauge finally plugged in, and let's see what we're doing. Oh. Well, we're not running cool, but maybe that's normal. Waiting for, I guess, the thermostat to open up. Maybe I'm fighting all the wrong battles with my D1, seeing how this is not running as cool as we'd like to see it either. Interesting. I'm done with these scan gauges. They're just little balls of stress. I think the temps are fine. I think my other truck's probably fine, and I've just spent a bunch of money fighting issues that don't exist. What do you guys think? 208, is that too hot just to be putzing around town on a nice day? I'm assuming maybe the thermostat just opened. I don't know. We'll find out. If I can clear these stupid codes. Sweet, sweet victory, but man, I am fighting this steering. Ah. Well, I was looking for steering things and I found a leak. Oh man. Oh, found it. Oh no. Oh no. I was supposed to do a walk around, not a, oh no, it's broken. It's already broken. All right, so there's our problem. There's our problem. Hopefully, maybe it's just a fitting. Maybe it's not the radiator, but it's probably the radiator. I was like, I don't want to do coolant stuff anymore, and I'm back to doing coolant stuff. I shouldn't even care. It was $500. It doesn't matter. But yeah, boy, I know where a radiator is. Okay, I'm gonna reset this video. All right, so actually, I wasn't gonna mess with it, but all right, so we've got two issues. This return hose thing is loose, and then we've got a crack. See, ready? I wipe it away. Just comes right back. I think that we can fix. Fun time. Also, so I skipped a few steps. Let's actually read these codes. Let's see what pops up here while we're hanging out. Pending. Huh. No pending trouble codes. What's that? Oh, engine trouble codes. So P141215 P045. I think that's misfires. Only 3. All right, there's only 3. Let's look those up. All right, so these aren't bad at all. That's secondary air codes and an evap code. So like a gas cap, probably hasn't put gas in this for a while, and some secondary air. So I'm fine with all of that. None of those are real codes. So this thing should be healthy. All right, so it's the next day, and I think it's finally time to do a walk around of this truck so you guys can see what I got, because I didn't really do it yesterday. I brought it home, I messed with the radiator, and I had to do some life stuff. So let's do a walk around, check out the motor, the outside and the inside, and see what you can get for not a lot of money. Here it is, better view. This is what you can get in the Rover world for not a lot of money, which is extremely fine. Start at the front, start with the worst of the bit. It looks like there was a little bump at some point, which probably ended up with a new 0304 D2 light. You got a cracked bumper. I'm assuming they removed the driving lights because in Virginia wouldn't probably pass inspection if one was broken. But if they don't exist, then you don't need them and they're not a failing item. Also, there's a little bump right there. You know, normal Land Rover stuff. But on the upside, the paint is actually very good all around. I haven't even washed it yet. I'm sure that would clean up. Same with these wheels. I don't know what they're called. They're good. My favorite, I think, D2 18-inch wheels and a matching set of Saloon Terramax HD tires. So a little bit of front end undamaged. It's an HSE. I did confirm it's 4.6, and just going around both sides. Even the roof looks good. No big signs of leaks or anything like that. I like the 03, 04 rear tail lights, slightly updated. Some great touches here. You've got the Land Rover, doesn't say where or where it was sold at. Tire cover, which is good. You got the trailer hitch and package. Has a little Land Rover emblem there, and it's got parking sensors, which I've seen on a D2, just not really recent. It really needs to get washed. Going down this side, all looks good. It's straight, you know, a couple little door dings and stuff, but I mean, you know, for the money, it's pretty good. Again, matching tires on this side too. 1, 2, I think I've got all the mud flaps too. So, and actually this D2 bumper is in great shape. That's hard to find. They're always cracked and broken. So that's worth, that's worth the price of entry right there. So the meat and potatoes, right? Let's check out how this frame looks. And this side looks pretty good. A little bit of crust on the bottom there, but nothing to complain about. And actually, nothing else looks real rusty. I know for a fact on this side, you've got a little ventilation, but it's not like that's patchable. You know, it doesn't carry into the rear arch and the shock mounts like it would if it was terminally rusted and bad. So all that looks really good. This frame rail and everything looks great. So it's really just that back bit. You've got a new muffler, new exhaust on it. So that all looks good. Coming around the front, all this looks good. All the brake lines look okay. I'm not sure why the brake light's on. That all looks okay. Again, I've got that steering issue, so I don't know what's causing the binding feeling. But amazingly enough, the grill's in good condition, not cracked. It's got wipers and things on it. Go around, have to be thorough, right? Check on this side, not all rusted out. Under here looks good. Even the wells of the passengers and everything don't look like they are rusted out. So that's all good signs. So exterior, that's a solid Rover 5 or 6 out of 10 in my opinion. So let's jump into the back hatch, which opens. And I love these because they always, there's always, you can see what's going on in here. This one, black interior, which I love a D1 or D2 with a black interior. D1's made with gray interiors. I have a 6 CD set, extra battery, got some Land Rover brand power steering fluid, which I don't think fixed the issue they're having. Headliner, it's not in amazing shape, but that's okay. It's not an SE7, but that works. And it actually opens and closes, doesn't sag too bad. I think that becomes a big issue when you start putting big old tires on. Jump in to the back seat. Again, you get a factory mat, HSE stuff. You've got some paperwork. Again, it smells like a D2 in here. The leather just smells very, very distinct. Captain's chairs, armrests. It's a much different driving experience than the D1. Jumping into the driver's side of things. Wood bits. These cool black disco mats. I like them a lot. All the power windows seem to work. Let me see. Dash is in good condition. You know, these are always loose. The mirror works. Haven't tried the sunroofs. Not going to do that. Again, got some additions here that, you know, are not here nor there. Aftermarket radio, that's pretty usual. Again, the AC worked. Paperwork, books, all that stuff. So, you know, I think this is exactly, you know, this is good. All right, so here's the engine bay, and the engine actually, again, it sounds very good. It might have a squeaky pulley or something like that, but everything else looks neat and tidy. A tiny bit of valve cover seat, but guys, who cares? I mean, that's just how this is. It doesn't look like it's dripping down anywhere. Good spark plug, cables and wires. I remember I've got all that stuff off. Just was looking for that little power steering, and sorry, a little coolant lead. But, you know, little things, right? It's got the battery box. It doesn't look like anyone's really been messing around in here with, you know, cutting off any lines. Everything seems to be legit. Again, minus this radiator, probably from when that little jarring accident or bump happened. So, you know, stock everything. And, yeah, it's got oil. It's got transmission fluid. Had coolant. I'll probably have to top that back up once I mess with the radiator. And, yeah, I mean, it all looks pretty good. Say this thing actually cleaned up pretty well, minus pre-existing damage. Definitely a pretty presentable truck. And I think we've got this sorted thanks to Mr. JB and his buddy Weld. You know, that's the proper way to fix a cheap. I mean, honestly, guys, these freaking D2 radiators are junk. It's all plastic, probably BMW era garbage. I don't know. It's all plastic, it all breaks, and I think I just made it stronger. So what do you think, guys? So the big issues, right? I got that little crack in the top of the fissure, let's call it, in the radiator. I've got the power steering to look at, a little rust hole in the back. And I think this is a $2,000 rig all day, or $2,000, $2,500 if it gets, you know, a few more things get sealed up provisionally. I'm not gonna put a new radiator in it right now. Again, good tires, brakes work, starts up. So all the nitpicky things, I mean, someone can just really take the time to just kind of bring it back around, and I think this would be a good truck. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about, again, an O3s aren't supposed to have a diff lock at all, or you're not even supposed to be able to retrofit it easily. So I'm interested to see what that. So again, sometimes the Rover gods giveth, and sometimes they taketh away. This one was gifted to me for the most part for not much money, so I could hopefully sell it to fund the other Rovers to keep them on the road. So again, it's a give and take here to keep these things up and alive. And sometimes you got to buy and sell Rovers to keep your other Rovers on. And that's kind of the name of the game. So I'm going to continue to mess around with this one. It's going to be kind of a fun temporary project. It will be for sale. If you're interested, let me know. Send me an email. I'll put it in the description of the video. I think it'd either be, again, a good parts truck. It'd probably take $2,500 if you did a shop to kind of fix the weird little quirks with it. And then you'd have a pretty good running and driving truck. So that's really what it's about. Cheap price entry, a lot of DIY stuff, and then you're back in the game. So again, this is the stuff I love. This is the stuff that makes it fun. And I hope you enjoy these videos. I hope you enjoy, you know, seeing the acquisition and the content that I just created from finding these cool trucks and giving them a second chance, because it's you know, it keeps me occupied. It creates you know, a good network, and then again, low price entry. It's a good time. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll have some more videos coming out about a trail weekend we had with this, fighting some, running a little bit hot, running a little bit cool, you know, the whole thing. And this all, you know, culminates into our wintergreen Rove excursion that's happening soon. So probably won't see this here, but one of these two will definitely. You got it?